Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does the...
Oh my goodness. Darlings, we absolutely need to talk about that earth-shattering Joan Rivers footage where she completely exposed Barack and Michelle Obama. You know the one I'm talking about? It's that clip that keeps resurfacing, and honestly, it gets more intriguing every single time we watch it. And let's be real here for a moment. There's something incredibly suspicious and downright chilling about how Joan passed away just weeks after dropping that massive bombshell about Michelle being transgender and Barack being on the down low. The timing is just too perfect to be a coincidence, don't you think? Now, with all these Obama family secrets spilling out left and right these past few weeks, everyone's asking the same burning question: was Joan actually onto something bigger than any of us realized? And more importantly, what has Michelle Obama actually said about all these wild speculations that just won't go away? Honestly, my loves, the internet has been absolutely exploding with theories and speculation about Barack's alleged secret life and Michelle's true identity. People are connecting dots everywhere, even linking tragic deaths like that of Chef Tafari Campbell to these supposed family secrets. It's absolutely wild, and I'm here to break down every single drop of this piping hot tea for you. You know how over the years, people have been whispering and speculating about Michelle's somewhat masculine appearance? Some folks are absolutely convinced she's either a man or transgender. And darlings, they've gone to absolutely crazy lengths to prove their point. We're talking about hours spent manipulating her photos, analyzing every single video appearance, and scrutinizing every detail of her life. But here's the thing, sweeties. This isn't just about some amateur Photoshop work or wild internet theories anymore. When I tell you there's a paper trail of supposed evidence, it's enough to make your jaw drop to the floor. I literally could not believe my eyes when I went down this rabbit hole. For instance, people have been obsessing over these incredibly suspicious moments where Barack Obama supposedly slipped up and called Michelle Michael or Mike during several speeches and interviews. And honey, this wasn't just a one-time thing that could be brushed off as a simple mistake. It happened multiple times. The frequency of these slip-ups has got people wondering if there's more to this story than meets the eye.
Distinguished guests, and men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's
keep the noise levels up.
Want to make sure he knows we're coming, or she.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if she's got some cubs, that's when you really got to work.
Yeah. You know what my kids asked me? They said, "You've got to ask the president, does anything scare him?"
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
Now get this, my darlings. People have been raising their perfectly groomed eyebrows about how the Obamas absolutely love sharing their wedding photos. They're everywhere, right? But here's where it gets suspicious. There are mysteriously no pregnancy pictures of Michelle, and shockingly, no photos of their girls until they were between 3 and 6 years old. When Michelle tried to explain this away by saying that Malia and Sasha were conceived through IVF, it only added more fuel to this already blazing fire. According to these wild theories that are spreading like wildfire across the internet, the real truth is that the girl's actual mother is supposedly Dr. Anita Blanchard. And hold on to your seats, because this is where it gets really interesting. She's coincidentally the same doctor who allegedly delivered the Obama daughters. I mean, what are the chances of that, darlings? But wait, because this tea gets even hotter. There are these vacation photos from Hawaii making the rounds on social media where eagle-eyed internet sleuths swear they can see the supposed real parents, Martin Nesbitt and Dr. Anita Blanchard, following the Obamas like hawks. These amateur detectives claim they were keeping an extremely close watch on their biological children, never letting them out of their sight. The attention to detail in these photos is absolutely mind-blowing. But hold on to your designer handbags, darlings, because this rabbit hole goes even deeper than you could possibly imagine. According to some incredibly determined internet detectives, there are documents supposedly obtained from the Illinois State Board of Elections suggesting that Michelle Obama was actually registered to vote as a man from 1994 until 2008. Now, here's where it gets really juicy. The story goes that she officially changed her gender to female in 2008, conveniently the exact same year Barack was running for president. The timing of this alleged change has got everyone's tongues wagging. And here's where it gets even spicier. Barack's own half-brother Malik has been stirring the pot like a master chef. He dropped an absolute bomb on Twitter, asking point blank if Michelle was actually Michael. Then, about 3 years later, he came back with another explosive tweet saying he couldn't confirm or deny the legend of Big Mike aka Michael LaVaughn Robinson. But darlings, Malik hasn't stopped there. He's been posting as recently as 2024, consistently insisting that Michelle is actually a man, and the Obamas are desperately trying to hide her true identity. For a couple that's been held up as relationship goals worldwide and practically worshipped as the perfect pair, even I have to admit these revelations are absolutely shocking. The implications are simply staggering, and they're making people question everything they thought they knew about this power couple. But wait until you hear about the latest developments, because things are getting even more dramatic. Recent reports have been swirling about how the Obamas allegedly dealt with people who knew too much about their family secrets. Take Chef Tafari Campbell, for instance. This wasn't just any chef, darlings. He worked in the prestigious White House kitchen and then became the Obamas' personal chef after they left office. Back in 2012, he was even featured in this absolutely adorable White House video, showing off how he and assistant chef Sam Cass crafted their special White House honey ale beer using honey from Michelle's South Lawn garden. But what happened next is absolutely tragic and, some say, highly suspicious. Tafari supposedly lost his life in a paddleboarding accident near the Obamas' home. The official story is that he lost his balance, fell into the water without a life jacket, struggled to stay afloat, and eventually drowned. They found his body after searching for 2 whole days in Edgartown Great Pond, right by the Obamas' property. According to the official reports, there was this mysterious witness who saw him fall in, struggle, and go under. They claim they tried to swim over to save him but couldn't make it in time. The witness then supposedly swam back to shore and had someone call 911. Interestingly, and some say suspiciously, Barack and Michelle weren't even at their Martha's Vineyard residence when this happened. But honey, let me tell you why people are raising their perfectly sculpted eyebrows about this whole situation. For over 10 days after the incident, authorities were being incredibly tight-lipped, refusing to release even the most basic information, like who the witness was or who made that crucial 911 call. They wouldn't even reveal the gender of these people, though later it mysteriously came out that the witness was a woman. And here's where it gets really suspicious, darlings. The police supposedly lost Tafari's blood sample. Can you believe the audacity? According to some unconfirmed source, an intern accidentally put it with samples meant to be destroyed. Of all the blood samples that could have gone missing in that lab, it just happened to be Barack Obama's chef's? The timing and circumstances are beyond suspicious. But wait, because there's more to this story that'll make your head spin. The details about the 911 call were mysteriously missing from police logs. While the call itself was recorded, the crucial information about why it was made was completely blank, even though every other call that night was properly documented down to the smallest detail. Their excuse? A simple clerical error. How incredibly convenient. The inconsistencies in this case just keep piling up like designer shoes in a fashionista's closet, darlings. Some people are saying Tafari had head injuries when they found him, suggesting this wasn't just a simple accident as we were led to believe. There were whispers circulating that he was found in less than 4 feet of water, hardly enough to drown an experienced swimmer, and that the 911 call wasn't made until hours after he fell off his paddleboard. Some even claim that Obama's personal coroner conducted the autopsy, which has raised more than a few perfectly groomed eyebrows. The plot thickens even further with rumors that Tafari was writing a tell-all book before his tragic end. And let's not forget about Walter Scheib, another former White House chef who mysteriously disappeared while hiking in 2015. They found his body days later in what they described as a mountain drainage area, and just like Tafari, the cause of death was drowning. When people say the Obamas are hiding secrets, maybe they're onto something bigger than we ever imagined. It wasn't just Joan Rivers speaking out about these shocking allegations. Diana Lorraine threw some serious shade with her tweet about Michelle's Netflix documentary, Becoming, wondering exactly what she was becoming. The implications in that tweet were crystal clear to everyone who read it. Stu Peters went even further, boldly claiming that Barack doesn't have biological children with Michelle, pointing to Martin Nesbitt and Anita Blanchard as Sasha and Malia's real parents. Even Chelsea Clinton, darlings, yes, that Chelsea Clinton, allegedly suggested in a now-deleted tweet that Barack married a man. The fact that she quickly deleted it only made people more suspicious about what she might know. Now, let's talk about Lynn Wood, and this is absolutely fascinating, darlings. His law firm specializes in defamation lawsuits, and as they say in the legal world, no good lawyer would put anything in writing they couldn't defend in court. He brought attention to the adoption theory about the Obama children, claiming the world was deceived about something as basic as their parentage. Then there's Dr. Rafael Espinanzo, who supposedly cared for Michelle during the 2008 presidential campaign. While I can't verify his words personally, what he allegedly said is absolutely explosive and shocking. He claimed Michelle isn't a transgender woman, but rather just a man with breast implants and a huge shaving bill. He even said he walked in on her or him using the bathroom standing up in Trenton. According to him, they paid him millions to keep quiet, but he couldn't stay silent after seeing what happened to the country under their leadership.
I was on a night out, had asked a limo driver if he knew anyone that would be interested in showing me around the town, and it was clear for the limo driver that I was looking for someone to enjoy the night with. The introduction was made through the limo driver.
And what happened?
We had a few drinks. I had made some comments about Warner, so we got in the limo and left, and we started drinking. I started snorting. He started smoking. I actually put my hand on his knee and started to rub up his thigh, and I performed Barack Obama.
Now, about those absolutely scandalous allegations regarding Barack being on the down low, there's this fascinating letter making the rounds that he supposedly wrote to his ex-girlfriend Alex McNear. In it, he talked about making love to men in his imagination, writing, "I make love to men daily, but in the imagination. My mind is androgynous to a great extent, and I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men. But in returning to the body, I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to accept that contingency." Now, darlings, while fantasies alone don't prove anything concrete, people are connecting all sorts of dots with these other allegations about Barack. And when you think about Joan Rivers and what she might have known, well, some folks wouldn't be surprised if the Obamas had something to do with her passing. The timing of her death, just weeks after making those explosive comments, has got everyone wondering what really happened. I have to say, loves, all these revelations about the Obamas are absolutely mind-boggling and shocking to the core. It's like everything we thought we knew about America's most famous political couple is being turned upside down. But I'm dying to hear what you think about all of this. Could Joan Rivers have been onto something bigger than any of us realized? What do you make of all these skeletons tumbling out of the closet? And most importantly, why do you think all these secrets are coming to light now? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this tea is just too hot not to discuss. And remember, darlings, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. And in Washington, secrets have a way of eventually coming to the surface, no matter how deep they're buried.